start the recording now. I need to wait for the other team to be R. Did they say R actually? No, they did not. Alright, starting in 10. Now we're doing fucking Chalet. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Nice clicks.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Mild was using a voice changer to make himself sound like a woman. I join in and I'm like, Mild, are you getting in here? And it says he in his really high. What is this? Okay, calm down. He goes, no, I'm playing my own game. And I go, you have 3 minutes. I'm starting this 4v5. What'd that just say? Twitch again. Thatcher again. Did you figure out that that one ban you said that you see on Villa?
I don't remember at all.
I can't. Thatcher and I don't know. Is Capital played?
Capital is played by some teams. It really depends on if you have a player that really likes Capital. A Valk ban on Chalet, not too weird. Twitch ban on Chalet, okay. Yeah, I think the ban is just targeted.
Poor Joe can't play Valk.
You know, we banned Valk the entire season PSA. I was so sad. And they banned Echo. Yeah, I think the orange team's just scared of good old wait, no.
What?
Who banned first? It was blue team, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, blue team's just scared of good old Hao Ming.
Time for me to see Chalet for the first time. Ooh, Joe's gonna go off with the Cali sniper.
I don't think that
What the
banning
fuck are these
Twitch. This is weird. I don't know why Cronus is bringing the Blackbeard. That's weird. Yep, he's gonna sixth off that. That makes sense.
Now
So
this
does
looks like a much more legitimate
yeah.
lineup.
And so does the Cav onto the mute. It's interesting. I know Tax Fraud has an affinity for Finka and playing her. It'll be interesting seeing how that goes over because as anybody watching this probably knows, Finka does remove recoil, which at the top level actually hurts most teams rather than helps because most people are used to the recoil. And so if you just remove that altogether, they're going to start aiming completely shit.
Just don't aim.
You know what? Isaac hasn't played the game for a couple of months, has better ideas than me.
Yeah, just don't aim, man. I mean, turn off your brain.
Yeah, so the stuff like Mute just did right there, both just like that Mute, that's not gonna work in the future. So that's gonna be an interesting point of contention.
Did they kite it and?
Yeah, they might have kited it and done a Mute. That's an interesting one.
Where's the claw?
I think it's underneath.
Underneath the table?
No, it's
Here.
at the top of the.
Oh, can we just not see it because it's fucking spectator probably?
Might be.
That's pretty
And
annoying.
Ansh gets Cronus.
He jumped out for that.
Yep.
Yeah, he jumped
That's
out for
a
that.
pretty common jump out. I'm surprised that there wasn't a refrag on it, there's always the opportunity that that person will jump out. But usually you're looking at it in the first couple of seconds of the round. Um,
What is Yams doing here?
I don't understand either.
He's just...
Looks like Yams is just gonna go and meet up with the other attackers. Anch does get downed. We'll see if maybe Destroyer throws a nade to get him. You can get a lot of damage here. Yeah, Destroyer does chuck a nade.
Oh,
Luckily,
doesn't get killed.
nope.
Well, there you
That's okay. And Sinister. Boom, and then Joe gets a collie kill. They're peeking into him at a shallow angle, and Joe has a one-shot gun. But I don't think they will peek into Joe anymore. That's one of those things about collie. You want to peek her. Oh.
Why did it just switch? Why did it switch? I didn't hit the bumper to switch, dude. All I did was...
Okay.
Man, I hate this.
John's able to get tax fraud. Now they know that there's someone. Now the attackers know that there's someone upstairs, and they obviously know there are people downstairs. This is gonna be interesting. Yep, and Anch just runs up on them. It's too much for both the attackers. They're both just focused on that.
Bro, Joe turned around like he had his controller ADS sensitivities at the 2. What was that?
Dude, what? I'm shitting on the T1. What's it? What's the name of that gun? I don't remember.
Idea.
The T5 SMG. Yes, it was in the T15. It's T5. I'm shitting on the T5 SMG, even though I think it's a great gun. Tax fraud switching on to the thermite. This looks like a much more normal composition from the attackers. The defenders taking the mute off the board makes sense. They already have a Kaid and Bandit, and they're not doing the basement. Honestly, I wonder about them taking both Kaid and Bandit instead of bringing like a Kaid and a mute. Obviously, Bandit does have his 4 charges, but the mute charges right now, I mean, I can understand the Bandit being brought in the future after the test server changes comes through, but the mute charges right now would actually be more useful because you'd be able to get more with the 4 things that mute has. I think Bandit's, trying to get the other wall. He's just trying to place it there. So we'll see how this goes. This is a pretty common line of sight that the defenders have opened up. We'll see if they're able to play around it. Yeah, you can see here, just like the Bandit trying to go for the same stuff that the Kaid already has, Electric Clawed. I think bringing something like a Kaid mute would have probably been better in this scenario. Kaid should be able to get all 3. Honestly, if I know my Kaids correctly, which I think I do, Kaid should have been able to get all 3 on the other side as well. Kaid should have gone
he should have been
all
able
6.
to. I don't know why they did it like that.
Yeah, and then that shows even more why that Bandit should have been a mute. The rest of it's pretty similar.
Oh my fucking god.
Destroyer just...
Was John switching guns or something?
I have no idea. I don't think either of them had any knowledge of what was going on.
Just a fucking 3-man push straight in the library. After How breaches the floor and goes in.
Well, yeah. So How I think they probably droned out library because How went into library and then he breached the floor. I think that's the point at which he had no info. It's interesting that they didn't have that default cram down until now. Let's see what they decide to do here.
This makes sense, but I find it funny.
Yeah. Right now, I'm pretty sure that they can toss a nade. This Yana should be able to toss a nade and get rid of the Bandit charge at the very least, and probably the Kaid charge as well. So we'll see. Let's see what goes on here. Yep, Destroyer gets rid of Sinister. And now there's a 2-pronged push. Cronus gets Anch, who's just, I assume, sitting on that wall like he was before. So now they're able to open up the wall. And I think this is going to lead to a plant. In a 4v2, TD Frags isn't going to be able to do too much. We're really going to think about Mild doing most of the heavy lifting on denying this plant. because of TD's frag's location. Mal decides to peek the middle though. That's interesting because I think. Oh yeah, no. Mild goes back to where he was, and TD Frags goes to the position Mild was at. It would have been interesting to see TD Frags go by piano and try to at least get a little bit of a cross going.
Didn't he see his head?
No, he didn't see his head. And you can see there's like 17 different angles that
Yeah, that was a really fucking funny amount of tracers.
There's just a bunch of angles they get shot from because he's in the rotate and everybody knows it. Yeah, I mean, Mild tried his best to try and deny the plant. That was the one thing that the defenders did have going for them. He's not able to deny the plant, and it's pretty much over at that point in a 1v4. I'll be interested to see how a couple more of these blue team defenses go, because if we remember up onto the last map of Villa, the blue team defenses were two defenses that were just giving up unnecessary picks. I don't think. I think the first round the blue team did do a good job of not giving up any unnecessary picks and playing together, especially like reviving Anj and then having someone flank upstairs. But then the second round they kind of went back into that with the Jaeger just not seeing, he's just rotating with not listening for anything. It looks like the L of Anj is, I don't know, AFK. He might be going over and slapping Hao, who is a couple of inches away from him.
I checked to see if Hao's drone is moving. Dude, I can't go over Hao. I cannot go over Hao. Do you see? Do you see this?
No, yes.
Wait.
His drone might have been, what should we call it?
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. I was like, is my controller fucking like dying?
No. It just is that. Yeah. The icons don't tell you whose drone they're looking at. So if someone's drone gets destroyed, it still looks like they have a drone.
Oh, Mylord gets a kill on the Hao. That's pretty good. Was that from outside again?
Yeah, I think that was from outside again. I don't. They're just not ready for the ladder.
That's so fucking old. Like, who still falls for that?
Even the spawn peak on like the first round was like the most standard spawn peak I can think of. All right, we'll see what's going on. I'm back to me watching a slideshow.
That's that 2 upload coming in.
So we'll see how it goes, and let's see what Anj is able to get. You can obviously hear the drone. He's deciding to peek all of the windows. Let's see if he's able to get anything.
I was gonna say, isn't he in line of sight? But they got rid of that door there. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. Alright, Anj, I think pretty smart, decides to fall back and not give up the easy pick, which, I mean, again, is what I've been talking about, is the blue team, if they don't give up the easy picks, they've been in pretty strong positions. So TD Frags does shoot, I think, there. I don't know, I'm seeing a slideshow. I think he shot there, which gives away his position a bit. So let's see what he gets done. Or
oh
not.
my god, I actually thought that was a real person, not Ayana clone.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, he's now known to be downstairs. What is I don't know what's going on.
I have no idea what the fuck is happening.
So Tax Fraud is looking around. I'm not sure what he's looking for.
I don't know what's going on. Everyone's kind of just next to each other, you know? It's not really that, like, everything's really happening. I mean, now they're finally getting the wall open.
I was about to say, I didn't see too much. I didn't see a Kaid on that wall denial. Unfortunate from, who was that? From Jesse, throwing his drone right into the ace explosion. Or at least that's what it looked like on my screen. I don't know.
Why did him going up the ladder fucking feel like 2 FPS? Oh, bad timing maybe? Ooh,
oh, almost bad timing, but you know, Cronus now knows he's there. He should be able to use one of his Gemini replicator to at least get some info. Anj pushes up. It's just 12 seconds left. The defense should get this.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
See,
5
the
seconds
attack
remaining.
gets 2. We'll see. Now John with the John goes way too far with the C4. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw a C4 hole, like a shotgunned hole to throw the C4 out. Right next to the rotate.
I don't think I saw that, and I'm actually honestly very surprised that Blue lost that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Blue lost that. I might have to go back, but I think if we go back to round 3 in the replay, there is maybe not a made hole, but there is a hole big enough that you can throw that C4, and all you need to do is stop the plant with 1 second left on the board. John goes all the way through the rotate and dies himself. Alright, we see another basement. Mira here is actually pretty usual because of the
Defenders, protect your
difficulty
bombs from
people
being
have
defused
in
by
holding
attackers.
the actual garage. And so you put a mirror inside of wine cellar. You put a mirror window there, you put a rotate right next to it,
Located by attackers.
and good to go. I assume that's what they're setting up.
Yeah, it's the classic.
Yep. Alright. I will be interested to see where this other mirror goes. Again, something that, a lot of people don't do, and we'll see if this team does do that, is that, you can always have a mirror window in hand. It actually doesn't hurt to have a mirror window in hand if you don't know where you're going to place the mirror,
5 seconds to insertion.
because honestly, a bad position mirror can
Attackers
hurt
are
you
heading
a
out
lot
to
more
defuse
than
the bomb.
just having that mirror in hand. So we'll see if TD Frags puts down another mirror or he just keeps it in hand. So you'll see here, we have 3 C4s and 4 impacts. So this will really help, combined with the mirror window. The fact that they put the rotate this far back makes it so that if they want to, they can chuck C4s or impacts and be relatively safe. Usually what you'll also see for the C4s is you'll see a small hole right next to the mirror window. Okay, Cronus, I think, just pre-fires that, and Ansh is crossing at that time. He takes a lot of damage, but I think he's cut off. If he tries to go downstairs, Mile trying to get it. Am I tripping, or did he see him?
Maybe he thought that was a clone. Cause I'm pretty sure he saw him like cross the window twice, right?
Okay. Yeah. So you might have thought that was a clone. That's actually a good point. I don't do they know Miles up here?
I don't know, cause I don't even think Cronus looked up. Like he used an impact. 'Cause I heard the explosion, which is why I was like, wait,
Bomb
someone's
located
upstairs.
by attackers.
I don't think they know he's up here.
I don't think they know he's up here, and this is going to be really, really advantageous for Mild if they don't realize this.
Yeah, if he times this right.
Cronus checking the mute by walking up to it, which
Wait, was
honestly,
the mirror right there? Oh no.
the mirror's there. Again, this is one of those things where...
Oh, Miles got taken out by the claymore of Jesse.
Yeah. Mild he can be a little bit slow on the rotate. There was nobody that knew he was there. Should have just taken. I'm not sure if he knew he was there or not. Let's see. There is one downed. I don't know if Ansh knows this. Ansh C4 should get him, and he should be able to get the other one.
What, he didn't... I heard a hit marker
and Ansh
sound.
gets him without dying. That's very big. And TD Frags gets him through the mirror window.
I think TD got 3 in that round, I think.
I know he at least got 2.
At least 2. I think he got the 3rd. Also, I don't know how Ansh didn't get the kill on the down Mavs on his first peek. I heard hit marker on that when he's downed. But he does get it in the end. Somehow doesn't die. And also I like how TD Frags also peeked into the hail of bullets that I think Yams was throwing out, and didn't get just head taken off.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No, it was a bit of a weird round. Honestly, if you had that Yana throw a nade over to the side cellar wall, I think they had some hard destruction. So if you just open up the side wall with that mirror window that was already open, you could have gotten some good damage. But since they were only challenging through that mirror window, That mirror window actually came in advantageous. I'm wondering though why they just opened up the mirror window instead of like using an ace charge on both sides. But I don't know what was up with that. So we'll see. Yeah, see, Anj makes this hole. So what you can do, it's a line of sight, but also what you can do is you can crouch and you can throw a C4 onto the default plant through that line. Especially if you're behind the B bomb, like we saw the mute with the C4. If you're behind the B bomb, you just walk up a little bit, so you crouch up a little bit, you throw a C4, and then you just go back. There's 2 seconds left.
What is that? I feel like this isn't gonna accomplish anything. Cause I feel like you're being they can't see you.
This one is interesting because I'm gonna tell you right now. If anybody goes on that window, I'm pretty sure that's done for. And that's not that uncommon of a window repel. Also, so far, okay, Cronus gets Anch. I mean, I think these guys are just spawn peeking a little bit too much there. Yeah, well, I think the attack is realizing what's going on. Yeah. Anch thinking logically, but I mean, again. Okay, this alibi is just out here. I think. Yeah, no, that was not close to a wall bang because the alibi had already gone back like that.
Oh, there goes all the utility in here.
Yep, that goes all that utility. And the alibi's gone for the same reason. Because if you see the main window, you just opened, fused it, and the alibi is gone. You see John take care of the drone. There is... all of the attackers are alive.
Watch.
No. Cronus gets drawn.
You know, that's so 2 C4s gone, by the way. They have 4 of them. Now there's only 2.
It's only 2 C4s, but we'll see. It's a pretty good roam there. Okay. Destroyer has to know that there's someone up here. Yeah, he's looking. He knows that there's someone there. Mal's just trying to see if he can get anything. In a 5v3.
Well, he still gets a kill, not with the nade though.
There's Sinister. There's one up close. I don't know if he knows. I don't know if this drone will figure it out. Yeah, they know now. Yep. And there goes the last one.
Corner's Village got all the kills. 3 of those, I think, from standing outside. I think.
Yeah. I mean, the alibi, I'm not sure why Sinister, or the alibi of Sinister was just crossing that. I feel like he probably didn't know that there was an opening there. But I think the 2 defensive we've seen so far is just a lot of playing together. That's won them those rounds. But both defenses were won on the basement, so maybe it's just the basement as a site is really good for this team on the defensive side. So we will see if they can maybe get a... Yeah, they're going back to Master. So let's see if they can maybe get one of the... get one defensive Master. Otherwise, it will be a 4-2 on the attack, and Chalet is, or at least in Pro League, has shown to be a pretty even map. And then anytime I've played it in unranked or ranked, I've actually kind of seen the defenders do really well. Usually this second site is something that the defenders can win. It's kind of like a 75-25 in terms of defenders winning these sites, or winning the second site. So, it's been interesting to see the attackers take every one of them so far.
Wait, what are the... So there's obviously the site in basement, there's the site up here. What are the... Does this site still exist?
Yeah, that site exists. It's in kitchen and in the dining room.
Yeah.
And then the last site is, if you go up into the right a little bit, it's... no, you have to go first floor. It is in these... in the billiards and the bar.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah.
Billiards and bar is actually a site that a lot of people do play, in Pro League at least. And it's one of those sites that if you want to play a Mira, is a really good Mira site. With that kind of corridor that they have. So we'll see. Ansh. No, left. If it's from that angle, it's left and forward. No, right. It's between those two trees on the right. No, a little bit more to your right. Yep.
No,
he's
they
sitting
are the
on-
guns.
Yep. That's a pretty standard peak. Like I see it in gold too. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of these peaks that they're trying to spawn peak are just standard peaks. Mild, maybe going.
Ah, there we go. Got
Yeah,
Cronus off the
mild,
angle.
mild, just trying to shoot back. I don't think. I think Destroyer shot back. It's just Mild winning that gunfight. Cronus dying to a peak. He didn't get any damage done. And they see someone outside, and Ansh gets him.
Yep, just runs out to get Joe.
Yeah, nobody protecting the rappel. And he's got John with him to trade him out. And I guess the attackers, both of their drones aren't in good places. Because nobody's watching drone. Now Cronus goes onto a drone, but yeah, no, gets off the drone. Packfrog still has a drone. Should probably be setting it up. And nope, Ansh just walks past. He gets both, and honestly, that round is just Ansh getting a 4K. So.
Really do be like that.
Yeah, sometimes the rounds don't come down to any strategy. It's just, hey, this person was able to get 4 kills. Think you're gonna win the round. 99% of the time, if one person gets 4 kills, you're gonna win the round. And usually, when that's not the case, then it's a 1v5 clutch ace scenario that the person wasn't able to get the last 1v1. So we will see.
Attackers need
Right,
to
put
locate
some
and
water at
defuse
some
as many
point.
bombs as they can.
The race is 9 a.m. tonight. Alright, so we see the basement as the first site for this defense. They're not bringing the Mira. They are bringing a Vulcan. I mean, not a Vulcan, a Goyo, who has Vulcans. So that's interesting. I wonder if we see a shield placed on the table over here. We'll see where Destroyer puts both of his shields. I think he's trying to tell people what to do. Or he's getting... Or he is also moving the couple of feet to Armstrong.
Attackers are moving out to locate
So you see one here. We'll see if we see one on the table. Yeah, it might be on the rotate. Do they have anyone to make a rotate?
No, they don't.
They don't?
No, they don't. They have not a single person.
They have 3 C4s. They might end up using a C4. The other Vulcan goes down on blue, actually. So they might not end up making a rotate. Which sometimes can work out for you, because the attackers will start shooting at you. And if the attackers don't have the drone knowledge, then then you'll know where the attackers are shooting from. Mild peeking that loses quite a bit of health.
Is he asking who's Melusi? He said, who is Mel? Or am I getting fucking raided here?
I think he thought Melusi was destroying him. And How gets Ansh. I think, yeah, just running up. I mean, again, that's your hard breach. I mean, you do have a Maverick, but that's your main sort of hard breach. He's just running up to try and get something, and I don't know what he's doing. Alright, let's see what comes out of this. Get draw. TD-Fags got a little bit of information. That should be taken care of. Oh no, Sinister doesn't have any nades. I don't know what he used both his nades for. He's either opening up peaky. He's opening up risky holes, cause yeah, he's about to be peaked. Yep, and How kills him off of it. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. You know, if you really want to get rid of the Vulcan shield, at the stage that they were at, you should have just got. Oh, there's not even the Vulcan shield there anymore. I don't know what happened. Should have tried opening up the side. Now the attackers have a very limited view. This is the biggest problem with only making small holes. The attackers know exactly where to peek. I mean, the defenders know exactly where to peek, and they know exactly where the attackers are coming from. Okay, John not dying. All right. So John is immortal, as we've established now.
He was so far in both times. I don't know how.
John is immortal. Well, unluckily for him, the rest of his team is not, and they're dying to this same Maverick hole that was opened up. Let's see if John's able to do anything. Yeah, everybody's gonna rush him, see if he's not immortal. I don't think he knows Tax Fraud's up there, and I think Tax Fraud might get the kill. Nope, he pushes up. And it turns out John is not immortal, despite what has been going on. And again, that kind of comes down to the Maverick holes. If the Maverick doesn't do that, if the Maverick tries to open it up a little bit more, if he opens up pretty much anything but small holes to peek through, I don't think Howe would have had such a strong angle. And honestly, that comes down to two things: those bad Maverick holes and Anch running in with Albana.
Did someone leave? Why is that? Why did that not load in?
I don't know. Anch's internet, I guess. But, I mean, yeah, there's bad Maverick holes, and then when Anch ran in with the Hibana, you know, if you still have the Hibana at that point, you can obviously open up the side, and you can get that, that kite charge from the side. So we've only seen one defense so far, but it's looked pretty good. We do have to remember that the basement site was the site that blue team was able to win both defenses fairly easily on. So I think it'll come down to the second floor site, which the blue team won once and had lost thrice. Tax Fraud not going for, as he did on Villa, all three frost mats in one position, which I think is pretty smart. That zero drone, I don't know if he heard that or something, but like, if he did hear that, then that's unfortunate. Let's see if Zero's able to get a kill off this ankle. Might. Oh nope. It looks like Tax Fraud has moved back off that ankle. Otherwise Zero would have gotten the kill there. I don't know what Gridlock was trying to look at right there. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's a peek. Alright, so we'll see how it goes. I see all 5 people on the second floor on that side. If the blue team is able to drone it out pretty well, they'll know this, and they'll know that they can take some site control. Mild gets one on that window rappel. Anch is also on a window rappel. Just pre-firing. I don't know if he has some intel or something, but he's just pre-firing. I think more just worried if someone is going to get him. Anch now has intel on the Arumi. Waiting for Cronus. Cronus might be able to get a kill here, depending on what goes on. Nope. He goes off the angle that he might have gotten a kill from. And Yams might be able to get a kill, though. We'll see.
There's a lot going on right now.
If he does jump out, he'll be able to get 2 kills on this main window rappel.
Hey, someone's underneath Anch.
Yeah, no, it's Yams.
I thought he was all the way underneath to try.
No, he's not all the way underneath. He's not gonna get Anch, but he's gonna get Sinister if he jumps out. I don't think anybody's checking Sinister. Anch does get Cronus by going in. And Anch is just in now. I don't know. Didn't decide to go through that rotate, but is going to try to go through piano. Destroyer looked like he was ready for him, but I don't think he is. And Anch gets Destroyer. Mild gets Jaws, and it's looking like either team can really defend on this site too well. Tax Fraud still thinking that there might be somebody outside. Doesn't look like they have that much information. Ah, I see what happened. The Aruni did not actually melee out the bottom of it, so they can do it. Anch's gun is sticking out, but he gets the kill anyway.
Anch got saved by the slow fire right there. The last bullet did not come out of the gun fast enough to get the headshot on Anch. That is really unfortunate. Yeah,
That's one of those
he
things
thought
that you.
someone was behind because Anch shot the window open trying to shoot him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of those things that if Yams peaks a little bit faster, then because of Peeker's advantage, I think he gets it. It's just an unfortunate consequence of the fire rate of that gun and the speed of his peak.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright, that's how it goes. I mean, we're seeing very similar score lines here in terms of having one person really carrying most of the weight. On the orange team, it being Cronus, and on the blue team, it being Anch. So we'll see how that goes. If we look back to the last map of Villa, if Howe does start gunning again, it could be really devastating for the blue team if Howe starts getting a couple more kills.
5 seconds left.
Yeah. So, I mean, we see Anch getting a lot of kills, and, you know, you can directly see that in the couple of rounds that he was able to win. On the defensive side, base win. Also, he single-handedly won their only second floor defense. So, Sinister is going to rappel up. Not sure. Looks like they don't have too much intel. One of Sinister's drones did get destroyed in the prep phase, so that wasn't great.
All of his drones are now gone.
And both of his drones are now gone. Yeah, that's one of those things that at the early stage you can have one of your fraggers drone out a little bit. Like Anch still has both his drones. I'm not sure what he's planning on doing with them, but maybe if Anch used both of his drones to get that same kind of information, and Sinister still had both his drones, he could be more of a support role. It's weird to see Anch not using either of his drones. Usually, because of the changes to how drones work, people have started to deploy their drones even like in basic areas. Tax Fraud gets one on a rotate. Yeah, I can see his gun. Yeah. Tax Fraud's just rotating, gets one. Again, that Yana doesn't have anyone with him. Let's see. It looks like John knows, the blue team knows that there was someone there, knows that Tax Fraud was there, but I don't know, they haven't droned, and Anch still has 2 drones, and Tax Fraud gets Sinister. I don't know what's going on. They knew he was there. It very much seemed like they knew he was there.
Oh, there you go.
John opens up the holes that causes death.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
And I think Anch might also die from those same holes. I don't know why he's peeking that. They have so much more information. Am I wrong? Do the defenders not have so many more angles that they can peek you from?
Yeah.
Attackers
yeah, alright.
bomb diffuser. Attackers have recovered
and a drone goes by, Anch knows that someone is looking down. And he's gonna get a default cam. And then go back. Get a couple shots off. And then I think just be trapped. Kitty Frag still doesn't know if anyone's here or not. And Anch still has 2 drones in pocket. We'll see if this comes out. Tax Fraud. Looks like Anch knows he's there. Tax Fraud still gets the kill.
10 seconds to go.
And yep, TD Frags is gonna die here. And probably be a flawless round. Yep, flawless round for the defenders. I don't know. It's just unnecessary. You get your Yana dying. Maybe that's, you know, the Yana trying to do some, just trying to figure out where they would be. That's understandable, but yeah, Yana trying to figure out where they would be and dying. After that, you should be pushing instead of John. John looked for a second at where the Jaeger was and then decided no. Not sure why that happened. Ansh died with 2 drones in pocket. Gotta get those drones out again. And it's a good habit to have for if they implement. I'm not sure if they're implementing. I gotta actually look at that. But they are thinking about implementing drone after death, and if they do that, then you have to be
Attackers need to
in.
locate and defuse bombs.
So they do have it on test server. One thing that we've seen develop in the meta from that is that the first thing you do as soon as you spawn in as an attacker is you drop your other drone out. You don't have any in pocket because if you can drone after death, obviously, it's a complete waste to have it in your pocket. But even now, for the amount of time Ansh had that they were just droning and they were getting drones killed, Ansh could have set up 1 drone at least. It didn't make sense to have 2 drones in pocket. Especially as that Hibana. If he wanted to frag as that Hibana, he should have been the one droning the stuff that Thermite was droning. You see Joe open up what I was talking about earlier with the Mira. That kind of hole that you can throw a C4 through. It'll get the default plant. They're doing that, and obviously you don't have to have a mirror even to open up that small hole to get default plant, as long as you have the intel. You can also throw smokes, and that'll also get over there. So really nice.
Can you throw it like at an angle to go like?
Yeah, it goes onto that behind the trash can. Smokes propagate more, and Ansh is just gonna rush down a little bit. Might get slapped left. Nope. There's a little bit of pre-fire comes out, so Ansh knows that he's there. Ansh is just gonna run. Ansh decides that he's had enough.
Wait. Jesse's the only one in sight.
Yeah. And if Jesse dies here to Ansh. Yep, Jesse dies here to Ansh. I don't know where the diffuser is, but it should be on site right now.
Oh, no, it's not.
Nope. And I don't. Oh, okay. Well, the defenders have the diffuser. This is one of those things where if you're gonna push, if you're gonna rush, you have to commit to the rush. You either all rush or it doesn't work. Mild gets 1 kill, but there's still people upstairs. Cronus gets a kill onto Ansh. I think Cronus can get TD frags as well. Yeah, TD frags. I don't think knew until just then that Cronus was there, and he gets killed by Destroyer. Mild gets taken down by Destroyer, and well, if you're gonna rush, you gotta rush.
I don't know how or why John died there with Diffuser, because I think Diffuser's already down when the Zofia walked in. So I don't know how John died in the middle of that area.
Was John Sophia?
No, he was the ace, and it looked like Diffuser was already down.
No. So John died with Diffuser.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how did he die there? Like,
they were upstairs. They were on 2nd floor.
The diffuser wasn't on 2nd floor.
No. But you can see from that balcony. You can see the stairs.
No, but I'm just saying, like, why was he there?
Oh, because that's where Ansh rushed from. I think.
It was.
That's where Ansh rushed from, but this is something that I think it was the Sonics actually that were doing this in NAL. And actually a similar thing happened to the Sonics. They rushed, but what actually happened was 1 player rushed onto site, and then the rest of them were lagging behind a bit. The diffuser got picked off, and then the attackers had to play around that the defenders played around that diffuser, and were able to win the round. Because if you're gonna rush, you have to commit to the rush. If you're not gonna rush, then you can't just be dilly-dallying. Yeah, so John basically had 2 options there as the ace. Either follow Ansh and be basically right behind him, or drone stuff out and then then go downstairs through a way that you know is secure. He decided neither, and he decided to follow Ansh way far behind, and he died, and that was basically the round for the defenders, honestly. Because if they'd gone downstairs, all of the defenders' setup was upstairs, so them getting that 1 pick onto John really won them the round. That's all of their defensive stuff was upstairs. Kind of played into the defender's hands. So we see this time Mild having 2 in hand. Hopefully he drones this out before he jumps in. Destroyer just waiting for Mild to peek. Honestly, Mild should just throw a drone out. Even if he's not going to use it, just get a... just know that someone is in there or someone's not in there. Especially since Mild's given all of his information away that he's there. Yep. Mild gets peeked by How, and that's just unfortunate. Ansh should know he's there. Yep. Ansh knows he's there. He's able to get 1.
Bomb located by
Yeah, and it looks like they're droning for Ansh, but Joe is able to retaliate. And at the end of the day, doesn't matter how much information you have, you gotta kill the person in front of you. We see the Jackal come out again. I don't think that's something we've seen since Villa. And now on the attack, we have 3 drones, only 1 active though, 2 in pocket. We'll see if those drones come out. Yeah, we'll see. Cronus gets Sinister.
Just walking in, I think, trying to get footprints. Refrag by John.
At least that's some good intel. It's a 2v3. It's definitely doable for the attackers. John gets shot from How.
Blastes himself.
Yes.
Hang the pop
almost.
flash.
Yep, flashes himself again. I don't know what he's flashing there. TD Frags has 2 drones. What is he? I don't know where TD's Frags drones are, but I can only assume that they're far away, because they're flashing themselves. They're peeking everything. It would be nice to have some information. Destroyer is going blind. Just gonna throw a C4. TD Frags at least does open up some angles, so now the attackers might be able to get a peek off of this. We'll see. The defenders know that the attackers are upstairs and opening up the angles, and they know that there's only one way. John does drop the diffuser. That's interesting, because I would have thought if John was able to get a kill here, which John does not, they both die. But if John was able to get the kill there and was able to start like planting, then you would have wanted the sledge upstairs. Like if you would have wanted John with the diffuser to start planting and the sledge upstairs to cover, instead of the sledge dropping with diffuser, because that was a much more open spot versus giving John the diffuser and having him attempt to plant. And Anj really tried. 17 and 7. You gotta admire it.
I'm still gonna say they threw Villa. They definitely did.
Oh yeah, no. They threw Villa, but on Chalet, Anj was really trying. He single-handedly won, I think, like 2 rounds. So